Yo, nice to have you back on the channel. Hope you're doing great. And today I want to show you a device that plays really creative with Psychoacoustic. Like in my last video I showed you the auto pan, and that is like, I would say, an add-on on that. So let's jump into Ableton. And today I want to talk with you about the Slink pan. So this one is like the Slink filter just for the pan. So you don't filter frequencies away, you actually pan around. So what you hear is like this area where it is moving here, and then that's the left speaker and the right speaker, I guess. And yeah, you can hear that in this track because I just make like 3 elements and some drums. And we have here a little like super dynamic stereo image splitting track, I would say, and the drums are just in the mono. So for the drums, I just use a 909 kit, and then I put some weird filters on some of the elements. Okay, so the first element is this morph thing here, and that just shows, yeah, that's just a granulator, by the way, and I use like a really small grain, so I get this like, and then put some modulation here on the sharp. The Slink pan in itself is like the Slink filter, and yeah, you have the ripples, you have the multipliers, so you can multiply that stuff and get really wet sounds here. But for the stereo image I go a little less, and I like just this like random movement that I have. I cut some of the bass here in the advanced settings, but like in total here you can just say how much you want to cut from the frequency in the volume. Ah, yeah, you cannot see that, wait. Here you see it. And then when you go here, the number on top, just say from which frequency. So we cut all of this, or we go back in. So, and I like it like around here, so it's not like having this heavy resonance here that we see here all the time. It comes when it goes up, and not in this like sub bass area. But here I like it actually. It's just for the panning. Yeah, and that element grooves and morphs in the stereo image with the full track together. And then we have also this element. I call it the ghost because it's just a sample. Then I take a loop here. It's like this little clock rhythm. I like it, with some noise on it. And I use that element just in a loop, and then I use an LFO, put it in square, and mapped it on gravity, offset, and ripple, like all the same. So you can literally see here. I just mapped the same movement on all of these parameters, so they open like this. And that gives like this random offset in the stereo image with a weird movement based on the time. So this element comes in and out how it wants from one of the speakers. I mean, I highly recommend that you have headphones right now. Even on the speakers, sometimes you cannot hear it proper. That full video is actually like this. Please, headphones. But yeah, it comes just in here and there. Always from a different side. And the important is that really important is that you have the rate on 0. Because when the rate is on 0, the movement is completely off. So it just moves because of the modulation. So you can keep it musical or like sequential. Like with this you can really sync that thing out. Just that you know that that's also works for the Slink filter. So, and then we have the operator. The operator gives us this like sequence here. Just like a snake and I mapped the frequency and all that stuff here. You can see it. And then here I just have an envelope follower that I a little bit default. I just rounded it, and that is mapped on the invert here. So again, 0 rate, and then just the invert gives the movement without. It's almost like a compressor that gives me some really interesting wet character. Yeah, and that moves that movement into the mix for me. And then actually I just have the Valhalla here with a huge sidechain. And then just on 60 feedback, 1/4. Nothing crazy. The only element that goes in is this one. And this one. So we have this nice hypnotic background, so you can keep the stuff here minimalistic and having the holes between that elements filled up with a nice hypnotic sound. Yeah, I think that's it. So play with that stereo image machine and stay not so much in the mixing engineer thinking, so more like try to use it like creativity and use the movement that you want to hear kind of. And then in the stereo image, it gives you so much more space in the mix, so you can make more elements like this. You can use it more often than that actually was thinking. Yeah, really cool device. I have to go deeper on it. I just have it new, but I saw that potential right now and I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, you can help me with the algorithm. You know how to do that, and I wish you a pleasant week and we see us soon. Bye.